Seems like you guys always want to play shooter games on mobile. So I dug up 15 newer ones, or ones that you haven't heard of, or even ones that are coming that you could probably check out. Now, it's not the same old ones that everyone's always talking about. There's a bunch of hidden gems on this list, but you gotta stick around so you can see them. So don't cheap out and try and skip through the video. I know who you are. First on the list is Bright Memory Infinite Mobile. Really great looking game. Obviously, there's a PC version of this as well, which has been super popular. But this one here has some real good potential. The graphics are insane and the combat looks really cool as well. Obviously, we're looking at a game that is from China or Japan, I'm actually not sure, but it's an Asian themed game. If you like that kind of thing, you're okay. If you don't, then maybe this wouldn't be one for you. For me, it's one that I would definitely want to check out if you're into shooter style action combat games. This one definitely has some really great qualities. And, you know, it would be one that I'd probably play myself as well if I were huge into the whole shooter genre thing, which you probably are, which is why you're watching the video. What do you think? So are you looking for a mobile game that brings in some really badass characters that maybe have some nostalgic elements to them, like Alice from Adventures in Wonderland? Or maybe even the Mad Hatter from Adventures in Wonderland, or the Cheshire Cat? Now let's take a second and thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys want to play this game alongside of me and collect these amazing champions, my link is in the description. It also gets you 2 free epic champions and a bunch of rewards to start out your game. So you should be playing alongside of me, and also alongside of me watching me on my journey on my channel, Echo Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, I put videos there every single day, documenting my journey and teaching you how to suck less inside of the game. Now, in addition to Alice, the Cheshire Cat, and the Mad Hatter, you could also get the Knave of Hearts and the fearsome Queen of Hearts added to your arsenal of champions as well. Now, this event's been going on for a couple of weeks now, but you could still get yourself involved now, where just from logging in, you unlock Alice the Adventurer absolutely for free. I'm talking about a legendary champion who I actually use in Arena. See, she's doing some work in Arena right now. Check her out. And again, you can get her absolutely for free and her soul just from logging into the game. You can do this all the way through March 26th. 14 days of login gets you Alice, and it also gets you her soul. Alice on day 7, soul on day 14. So knowing all of this, you know that using my code in the description gets you 2 free epic champions. You can get a free legendary champion. What a great time. And you know what we're doing right now inside of the game? We're working towards this fusion to get another free legendary champion. Free champions for days. No better time to play Raid than right now. And when you decide to join this journey, you notice I got a spot open in my clan. Maybe you can join me inside of the clan. It's Echo Raid, level 13. We're all on the same server. We're all in the same world. I can't wait to play alongside of you. Download the game with my link in the description. And again, thanks to Raid for sponsoring today's video. And guys, we have fun every single day on the Echo Raid channel. I hope to see you there. Next up is Ricochet Squad, which has more of a mobile look like you guys are probably expecting. This one doesn't look like a PC title or anything, but it does look like it's a lot of fun. 3v3 shooter as well, where you have a whole bunch of different heroes that you can choose between, and you're in some type of a small arena area for this combat. It seems pretty cool. It also seems like a little bit more of a basic type game, which you may actually like. And a lot of people do, because at the end of the day, we're mobile gamers. Now, Delta Force is a tactical shooter, and you could have 24 versus 24 combat. We're talking about legit wars going on inside of this game. Looking at it, reminds me of a Call of Duty or PUBG style game. It has that same graphic experience that you would have on those titles as well. But I really like the big team combat element here. Plus, it's that first-person perspective that a lot of you are already used to. At the end of the day, this one is bringing us some of the biggest battles from any on the list here today. So if that's what you're looking for, this is one that's coming soon. Not available just yet, so hold on to your britches. It's coming. Now, just quickly jumping over to the Steam page, you can see it's already available there if you want to play it for free on PC. Call of Duty Warzone. Now, I chose not to put Call of Duty Mobile on here, although that's my favorite shooter on mobile of all time, and it still is to this day. It still beats out everything on the list here. But I wanted to bring you things that I don't typically talk about. So Warzone is one of those, the newest rendition of Call of Duty on mobile. So yeah, if you want Battle Royale, you want Call of Duty, and you don't want COD Mobile, Warzone's the one you should play. Now, I Am Your Beast is exciting. It excites me. It gets me excited. You get what I'm saying here? Look at the graphics of this game. Borderlands all day long. It's also worth noting this is available on Steam and on mobile, so that's pretty exciting too. A lot of these games, they come to Steam first as a PC rendition, and then they come to mobile a little bit later. So if you want to see what the game's all about, you want to try and play it, a lot of them are really free as well. You just pop over to Steam, play it in your PC a little bit, and then you can see if you want to bring it on over to mobile. I like this one because of the simplicity of the graphics, yet the gameplay is super fast and very, very exciting, bringing something different to the shooter scene, which is much needed, right? We don't need to keep recreating Call of Duty after Call of Duty after Call of Duty and another Call of Duty. You get what I mean here, guys? Hey, Birdie, what you playing over there, buddy?
Mini basketball.
Mini basketball. See? Got a mobile gamer in the house. Can you give him a little peace sign? Thank you. Combat Master FPS Mobile. They put all the things in there, all the SEO terms in there to make you want to play this one. You know, again, it does look like a PUBG Mobile, for sure. It has a futuristic feel, which is cool. And to be honest, gameplay actually looks pretty fun. So this is one that if you're looking for something that is already out there, nothing that's breaking the mold, you know, you could look at it and say, okay, it's not breaking the mold, it's not anything brand new, but it actually looks pretty legit. I like things that are futuristic, and I do want to feel like I'm back in PUBG Mobile. And there you go, this is the one you could play. And then we have Ashfall. This one's available on Steam now and is coming to mobile. If you guys want something like Fallout, this is the game you need to look at, because this was made by the people who made Fallout, and it is in a post-apocalyptic world. What we're basically looking at here is Fallout Mobile. This is basically Fallout Mobile, made by the same people that made Fallout games. So if you like the show, if you like the game, this is the game you need to be looking out for. It's not out just yet. It's coming out soon. It is on Steam. You can see it on the Steam page as well. This is going to be something really, really special. It's one that I'm really looking forward to. And I don't know if I'm going to decide to play it on Steam or on mobile. Either way, you can see all of these scenes that they're sharing. It looks like it's straight out of a Fallout universe. That's because it is. It is out of a Fallout universe. They're just calling it something different, but it is literally the same thing. Exploration, open, beautiful world, crazy combat against mangled beasts. That's what you're going to get inside of Ashfall. Yeah, and dinosaurs and things like that too. This is what some of the combat you can come to expect from this title. It's very exciting to me. This is the most exciting one on the list because what we're looking at here is a AAA title that's going to be having a mobile rendition as well. Hopefully it's done well. Hopefully pay to win is not crazy inside of it, but even if it is, who cares? Just don't spend your money and don't complain about it. And then there's Polyfield, because maybe you want something that looks a little bit subpar and is an offline game. Because I know you guys like these offline games for some reason. I mean, probably because you struggle with internet connection, right? That's really the only reason you should play this one. I don't care what anyone else is telling you. If you hear on some other channels that this is a game you should be playing because it's the best mobile shooter, they're lying. Because they lie sometimes and they do dumb things. This game, yeah, it's a cool time killer. You feel like you're running around in Minecraft with some goofy weapons and things like that. It's okay. Literally the only reason to play it is if you're looking for something free, and that's offline. Don't let anyone else tell you any different. Now how about a horror style game? Wall of Insanity, okay? This is, well, horror, shooter, and not free. This one has a price tag on it. Yeah, games still do that. Isn't that crazy? $5 if you want to play this one. Now, I'm not typically into horror style games because usually on mobile they're kind of cheesy. They kind of stink. They're not very good. This one actually does look good. It actually looks like a Dead Space style game, mobile rendition. Probably worth the $5, especially if you like the horror genre. This is one that seems to be done a little bit better. And I like the whole shooter horror element to it. So you're not just like looking for keys and opening puzzles, because those games suck. They're not very good. This one looks all right. I'd probably pay the $5 to play it. And then there's Gunfire Reborn, another one with a price tag. This one a $7 price tag. A roguelike first-person shooter with very cartoony looking characters. I would not spend $7 for this game, but maybe you would. It has a very like childish anime feel to it. Like, not really good anime, more childish style anime. It looks fine. Arena Breakout's one that's been out for a while, probably gets a little bit less love than it should. Yes, it's an underloved game. It's a really good shooting style game. Extraction shooter, you know, you drop in, you get things, you get people out, all that kind of stuff. It's on season 7 right now, so it's definitely being kept up by the development team, which is a positive. It also has that PUBG feel though, which is maybe why it's not, you know, storming the top of the charts. Now, Bloodstrike I always liked. It's your battle royale drop in, but you got some cool armor and gear. There's some cool weapons inside of this one too, and it seemed to try and distance itself from some of the competitors. The Call of Duties and PUBG Mobiles, the ones I keep mentioning, right? This one here looks pretty cool. It's the outlier of the group. And by the group, I mean your traditional battle royale style shooters, right? They try to do things different here to make the game a little bit more authentic. Something that's a little bit more for the players. That brings them some really cool stuff. I think they did a good job with it. I think this is one you should try. Europe Front Remastered. What does this remind you of? It reminds me of Call of Duty World at War is what it reminds me of, which was actually a really great game. This one does not look as great, okay? Let's be honest. But it does bring you back to that World War II feel, and the weapons and stuff reflect that. Gameplay actually looks decent. You're gonna feel like you're playing mobile rendition of World at War. That's my thought. Or maybe like an old Wolfenstein game or something like that. It's pretty cool. It's worth your time. It's free to download, and it doesn't have a ton of people playing it. So if you're looking for something different, new, and niche, Urban Heat. You take Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG Mobile, you put them in some cooler looking gear, and you got Urban Heat. Another shooter, brings you into some cool neighborhoods. Everyone's really like edgy looking. And they got some decent combat. I mean, the game looks cool. I actually like that square that's my favorite highlight here. The rectangles in this game are pretty awesome looking. Decent game though. I'd say give it a shot. I'm not overly excited about it, but maybe you are. It does look decent. And then I saved one for the very end. This is a game that I played a real lot of in the past. This is not a new game. This is out for 5-6 years. It's FRAG Pro Shooter. And it's really unique. No, the graphics are not crazy good. They're cartoony looking guys. The weapons are really cool though, but the mechanic inside of this game that's the best is you control all 5 of the shooters. And you're in an arena going against 5 other shooters. At any point in time, you could swap between the characters and take their perspective, use their weapons, and play as that character. No other game does this. No other one does it. But this one does, and it's actually really cool. I wish the graphics were better. I wish there was more to it. There is some depth, there's a bunch of maps and stuff, but it really is a lot of fun. Now, if you want to keep up to date on any other fun games and whatnot, make sure you subscribe to the channel, but also go check out my website, echogaming.io.